Hello, this is the conversion team iteration from um, November 6th to November 17th. I will start with my tasks. So for this iteration, I worked in implementing live previews in the blog repository and also in the buyer's experience repository. I I implemented live previews for a handful of pages, but we need to reduce the work in uh, multiple issues because there is a lot of pages that needs to be changed in order to implement live previews. Also, I have a couple of minor issues to fix some icons and update some badges. That will be really quick between today and tomorrow. And that's it for me in this iteration. I will pass it over to Tina.
Thank you. I'm going to share my screen. Wait, what screen are you seeing? Are you seeing a Figma file? Sorry.
Big journey maps.
Journey maps. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I got confused with my screens. Okay. So for the first half of this iteration, I focused on completing the first phase of our customer journey work, which was to map out the current state of our customers' buying journey. And then from there, we'll start mapping out future states for improvements. I'm still trying to figure out how to kind of summarize this work and articulate, what this is. But here's the kind of too long didn't read version. So during our Moments That Matter research that we did last quarter, we identified some similarities between segments, specifically between the enterprise purchasing influencers, which are often practitioners and end users of our product, and commercial buyers as a whole. So here's a table outlining the similarities and a few of the differences. There are a lot more similarities than differences. And so our hypothesis is that these personas make up the bulk of our visitors to our marketing sites. So our kind of recommendation going forward is to focus on this group as we make improvements on the marketing site. So these are self-serve customers or purchasing influencers that are going to heavily dive into information gathering on our website. And we want to arm them with the right content to become champions for us for larger enterprises in their enterprises. So so this is a current state map. So another insight, another takeaway is that our customers' journeys is rarely, if ever, linear. So it's important to keep that in mind as we can kind of continue plotting improvements for the next quarter. However, we have identified top pages, places for improvement. So a lot of this data here still needs to be kind of validated and a little bit of a work in progress. Niall from the SEO team helped us with this section here, and also Dennis informed most of this. And then we created a stage-based customer journey map for the majority of our visitors' personas that I just talked about. And then, so we're not going to go through everything here. You can kind of do that async. And then we completed our enterprise buyer decision maker map. So these are the sales assisted segments. So we still wanted to just do our due diligence and make sure we plot out this map so that we can really showcase the differences between the two personas as we kind of continue on this work. And also I worked on some pricing page improvements and iterations. I'll hand it over to Margaret.
Yep. So for this iteration, I continue working on content updates for our KubeCon and AWS reInvent pages. I also worked on updating our Launch Darkly version from 2 to 3. We set up a couple of tests to make sure that everything was working, and those passed. So I think it should be ready to be merged soon. I also worked on updating our ROA calculator for, just updating, sorry. updating the design. That's also on review right now. And I worked on migrating the team ops page. I also worked on fixing a bug in our homepage carousel. We were missing one slider. It was just showing up as a card for smaller screens. So I worked on fixing that. And I think that's it for my iteration. I'm going to pass it over to Nathan.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, last iteration was actually a big one. We had the blog migration. So we migrated over 1,800 pages from www.gitlab.com to its new blog repository. So there was a lot of CI/CD stuff to do, a lot of GCP stuff, making sure that we didn't break any blog posts. But it went fairly well. And then after that, probably spent a couple days just hammering out bugs and just small things that popped up. On top of that, there was some iterations to the pricing page, kind of like Tina mentioned. Small things like creating issue templates in that blog repository so that we can start logging, issues with the blog. The topics page, there was an issue with it, so patched that up. Marketo forms missing. Also removed a bunch of YAML files from, sorry, my dog's barking, from Bar Experience. So hopefully it'll fix some of the routes. And then there was a iteration on ESLint. So this will allow us going forward to have better view linting and also to be a little stricter with our rules. And yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Just a lot of blog stuff. But I think that's it. Justin or John, did you want to close off or say anything?
I'll close it out.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that was it. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.